All right, guys, so we are interviewing Alex today. Alex is a funded trader with Share Leverage Funding. He's got a $200,000 instant funding account with multiple payouts, probably around 5 payouts that I think you've received.
Correct.
So 5 payouts from Share Leverage Funding on all instant funding accounts. So Alex, I think that you're going to provide a lot of value to the people watching, kind of give them a little bit of an insight into your mentality and, how you think and how you are a profitable trader. So that's the main thing I want to ask you right away is what is your mentality when trading? Are you a revenge trader, a gambler? Are you extremely disciplined on your risk?
So yes, I've been trading for 10 years, and it took me a lot of time, to be honest, to find the consistency. But having $200,000 account with instant capital actually makes a significant difference to my psychology, first of all, because if you compare, I will say we have a consistency rule of 25%, right? So that basically means that, let's say, total cap of $10,000 to be made, it's 5%, and you need 4 days to make that kind of profit to be able to withdraw it. So what I can say is that when you compare it to the many other prop firms and challenges that people have to make 10%, then 5%, or let's say even 8% or 6% in 2 phases, that's already 14%, so you can just imagine how big relaxation for your mindset is to only make 5% and to get paid. So that's something that, I managed from the beginning of the year. Since I'm with Share Leverage Funding from January, I managed to actually work with my mentality to actually get to that level, to modify my strategy, to take 1 or 2 trades per day, depending when I get the first trade win or loss. But simply, if I take 1 trade, I make a win, I make enough money, I'm stopping there, I'm waiting for another day, and I do that 4 times a week, I get paid. That's how simple it is,
Awesome. And so have you worked with other prop firms before?
So in my experience, I had so many prop firms that I worked on. Some I'm even restricted, to be honest, because you know how it is. You get big payout, then they take very close look at your strategy, like how you do the stuff, whether you do that properly. Some of the payouts rejected my payouts to be approved, and many experience I had with Share Leverage Funding. Sorry for interrupting. I just have to say that also. Even last time, I had a payouts after requesting in 15 minutes up to 1 hour. So that's kind of insane.
So the fastest payout you got was in 15 minutes?
15 minutes, yes.
15 minutes is crazy. I honestly didn't even know that we paid you in 15 minutes. 15 minutes is great. How much was that payout around?
It was around 5K, let's say.
So a $5,000 payout in 15 minutes with Share Leverage.
5,000 was my share, so it's a 10,000 payout.
$10,000 payout, 15 minutes. Okay, well that's great news. That's what I love, honestly. So the main points, I think that this already, but the main points about Share Leverage Funding is that the main thing that I want to target and focus on is the payout speed. I want to make sure that everybody gets their money as soon as possible. And so I'm extremely strict on my team to make sure that all the payouts are sent as fast as possible. I mean, 15 minutes, that's crazy fast, but
yeah.
You could expect it definitely under an hour. We do have a 24-hour payout guarantee, but most of the payouts get processed really quick.
Yes, like I said, from my experience, all of the payouts that I had with Share Leverage Funding, it really came very fast, and it's very simple. And like I say to everybody, and even to some of the friends that I recommended Share Leverage Funding, it's really the prop firm where you follow the rules. All the rules are written in frequently asked questions, so there is no really guessing. you know, I will say also you have consistency rule that you can now remove if you do the add-on on the checkout. So it's very simple. Like it's you can work on that to make sure like that you get the most out of your account. You can even pay more to get a bigger percentage share out of your payout if you wish. So if you're having really the good strategy, good edge, and something that works for instant funding again, and you don't have to go through challenge to relax your psychology, I think that's diamond in this industry, especially today in the prop firm like where you have thousands of companies, you know, like and. I'm not saying that other companies are good or bad. I'm just saying the industry is very big and everything is possible, you know, like in this industry, you know, like these days.
Yeah, 100%. And so how long have you been trading for?
I've been trading like more than 10 years, like so far.
10 years, okay. And have you always been trading with prop firms, or did you have your own brokerage account before?
So when I was starting, like I wish I like, let's say this is the first year I'm trading, because obviously when you grow with a mindset, you grow with money faster, you go with everything faster, obviously. I am very, let's say, flexible with timing, even though I have family and I have kid and you know, like I have a wife, obviously. I'm very flexible, and I do the trading almost a full time, but I try with trading to buy my freedom, you know, like, so I like the days when I get up, I take trade on London time because it's morning in my time zone, and I go and do something different, you know, like that's my goal. So I'm training for a long time. Before 10 years ago, let's say, I started with a very small capital. I blow up some accounts, you know, like, even these days I want to admit, you know, like, I have challenges that I buy, I fail, or I take instant funding but fail, you know, like, but then take another one. But you know, like, now these days I already have, you know, like, some capital that I can spare, that I can use on a daily stuff, on my daily, you know, like, life expenses, you know, like, and so on.
Yeah, honestly, even our best traders honestly often fail, and they'll just keep buying. They'll just keep buying more accounts. They'll fail, they'll buy a new account, they'll make a ton of profit, maybe 2, 3 payouts, 4 payouts, and then they'll fail again, and then they'll keep buying. But their ROI is always there. They're always positive ROI. I mean, they're spending such a small amount. I mean, how much is an instant funding 100K account? I don't even know, but like $700. They're spending $700 to get, you know, $4,000 or $5,000 payouts. It's like a no-brainer at that point, you know. I
agree 100%, you know, especially it's a really privilege to have, you know, like, such accounts, like to have 100K or 200K capital for up to $1,000 or $2,000, you know, like, that's a really big thing, you know, like, of course, if somebody is starting today and they have $1,000 to start, I would always say, you know, like, okay, buy a 100K account, but don't buy challenge. That's what I would say everybody now. Don't buy challenge. Like, instant funding. To go with instant funding, yeah. Even like you get very good. You get, like, I believe 4% daily drawdown. You get 8% total drawdown. That's crazy.
Static drawdown too. On yours is a static drawdown.
I always take static, to be honest, because I don't want to play with trailing. Sometimes I will take more trades. I don't want to get, you know, like, in the mind, you know, like, what's happening with the account, whether my trade will go this way or that way, you know, like, static is always the best, and that's also another big advantage. But I will say, yeah, I mean, many people these days also go with futures, but they're also tricky, you know, like, I tried also futures. You have to get to that point, you know, because drawdown in futures are very, very small. Total drawdown is 3%, I believe. You have here 4% static drawdown daily. You have 8% total drawdown. Again, like maybe you will not be successful at first, try, but second, third, you will get to the payout eventually if you have a profitable strategy. And like you say, at the end of the day, you will be profitable. So it's just, that you never give up, and you try and you work on your model. And that's the great thing, about the instant funding, and again, about the reliable company that you're 100% sure that it will pay you.
Awesome, man. I'm really happy to hear that. I wanted to tell you about futures a little bit. So what I find the problem with futures is that I just find it so complicated. Like, it's just so complicated, it's complex, where like CFDs are just simple. Like, you log into your MetaTrader 5 app, you've got everything, it's buy, sell, close, keep it simple, you know exactly what to do. So I think that's like a big problem, is that like a lot of people want to go into futures, but they also don't want to relearn everything. A new platform, new, ticker symbols, new everything. It's like, it's a whole new system, so I find that.
Yes, like I'm somebody who has big experience in trading in general, so I can adjust, let's say, to futures, to contracts, to stuff like that. But even the accounts there are very cheap. But if you take 3 trades, you risk 1% per trade. You lose 3 trades, that you're gone. Your account is down. Then you have to buy another one, and another one, and another one. So it's I don't know. Again, like, there is no 100% profitable trading strategy these days. Everybody takes wins and losses. It's like I say, it's just the mindset that's actually classifying. Everything. It's your experience live. I also personally don't believe much in backtesting, because I believe that these days geopolitical issues are very big. It changes, some assets are moving more or less. You cannot say anymore we have a seasonal assets. It will 100% move because last year, let's say, it moved like that. It's not because we are living in a really world that's very fast, very quick. Geopolitical tensions are everywhere, so the assets are moving fast, and that's why I say live trading is something completely different than really backtesting or anything like that, so that's 100%.
Yeah, 100%. I wanted to get your opinion on something. So SLF, by the time this video is out, we have launched SLF Pro. And so what SLF Pro is basically a futures model. So you have the really cheap accounts. It's a subscription, monthly subscription. If you fail your account, every single month you'll get a new account reloaded. So let's say you buy a 100K subscription, you'll get your 100K account. If you hit the drawdown, you'll get a new one every single month. So you always have that. And the beauty about it is that it's not futures, it's just CFDs, and nobody has done it. It's the first CFDs, no futures, but subscription. I think the drawdown is like 3 and 6, not terrible, pretty decent drawdown, 1-step evaluation, but cheap, very cheap. Like, it's gonna be like probably like in the $300 for 1-step 100K. Like, it's very, very cheap, and no consistency rules. No consistency.
That's crazy.
That's it. So that's what we're going to be launching. Hopefully by the time this video is out, SLF Pro will be launched. But it's really a really cool product, and I think a lot of people are going to like it, especially if they want to look into futures.
I tried to get the information like what actually the SLF Pro is going to be, but now you relieve to me, so that's good. But what will be the biggest account size?
So I think in the beginning we're going to start with only 50K, 100K, and 150K. So it's only going to be 3 accounts available. Because they're so cheap, it's not worth it to do 25K, 10K, 5K. So we're just going to keep the 3 bigger account sizes: 50K, 100K, 150K. No consistency rule, 1-step account, monthly subscription. In order to keep your account active, of course, you still have to pay your monthly subscription, but that's it.
And what will be the total profit cap allowed, like to go?
So it's going to be, so this is the difference, right? So obviously we can't give everything. So what it's going to be is going to be a 5% profit cap, but you have a 3% buffer. So you make 3%, let's say you make anything above 3%, then you get to keep, I think, 70 or 80% of that. So it'll be that,
So
anything above that.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, you're not paying a lot for the account, you're not getting a huge payout, but you're also not paying much.
But you can,
So
you can actually, because I know that you cannot have 400K instant capital, the same account type. So the 200K is the maximum for, let's say, instant capital with a static drawdown. So for example, I can take this SLF Pro will be different, or it's going to be the same under the same company, so that you can take even 200K instant capital and, let's say, 150K subscription.
It's a really good question, and I don't know how to answer. But I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you know. I'll send you an email, and I'll let you know exactly.
Good.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So back on you a little bit. So tell me, what is the biggest payout you've received from Sure Leverage Funding?
So since I am on the instant funding account, so my maximum total cap is 5%. Meaning that once I make 10,000, I can keep the biggest amount I could keep was 80% out of that, so $8,000. So, like I said, I'm very happy with that. You respect the rules, you get paid. I'm even thinking to take another 200K with trailing drawdown, you know, like to try it. I know that the consistency is a little bit less, but I'm fine with that. Like the thing is, like I said in trading, you know, like when you know for what you are fighting, like you are constantly fighting with the market. It's sometimes I get to the times that I feel like I want to stop. I don't want to do the trading, but then because when you have companies that don't pay, that then start making excuses and stuff like that, and then you really get tired, you get burned, you know, like so. But now when I know that there is a company that I can get a payout, and so then I'm thinking and trying to explore and make my mindset and strategies, you know, like how to take more capital, how to make more money, you know, like, and that's the reason, you know, like why I'm always thinking and trying to make the most out of the company itself.
Understand. I totally understand. So I'm assuming, based on your experience, would you recommend Sure Leverage Funding to another trader?
Yes, 100%. 100%. I would recommend Sure Leverage Funding to. I even recommended already to some of my friends. I have some friends that are trading. I have some friends that I'm helping to start with. I'm trying to actually get to their hand to leave the top tier firms and even one step or two step account, because I know these days is very attractive, the one step account, one step challenge. And that's like, you need, even in one step, you need to make 10%. But why would you? Like, I'm telling everybody, why would you push and make 10% and get nothing out of it? Like, you make 10% in 1 week or 2 weeks. If you are too long in a challenge, most likely you will fail. And that's the human nature and psychology. And I know that for a fact because I've been in this industry for more than 10 years. So why would you be and aim for 10% and get zero paid when you can start instant? You get 100K, 200K instant capital, aim for 10% and get paid. But like I said, you don't even need to make 10%, you need 5%, because that's the maximum cap, profit cap. And out of that, if you start, you know, like at the beginning, you will get 50%, you will be profitable. That's it. And I'm telling everybody, you even have bigger chances to be profitable with instant capital. And even if you are not doing that, and if you fail first time, second or third time, you will be profitable again. Like, again, you cannot be complete beginner. It's obviously I must say you have to have some sort of trading experience. You have to be in the industry. You have to have certain models. You have to know something about trading. You cannot just go from the street blind fully and just actually start trading and expect, oh, I will get money. I mean, it's not how it works.
Definitely. I mean, that's definitely true. Some people just come in with no experience, and obviously sometimes it doesn't end up the best. But you would be surprised how many people get payouts and like you can tell that they're not good traders. Like they just get payouts because they get lucky.
That's also possible in trading, 100%. Yeah.
If you had to choose one thing that was your favorite thing about Sure Leverage Funding, what would it be?
I would say without thinking, it's just good consistency rule on instant funding. There is no other company in the industry that offers instant funding, especially $200,000 accounts with 25% consistency rule. So there is no company like that.
Cool. I'm happy you said that. I feel like it's very hard for people to know how good our rules are because like we're not showing it in the right way, and that's like on me. Like I feel like I don't do a good enough job of like making the website in a way where people can really see how good our rules are and how good of a firm we actually are. So I'm working on that. Like every single day is my goal. Like you'll see, expect tomorrow 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to see a whole different look, a lot more clean, whole different brand color. So expect that to see that tomorrow. But yeah, I feel like people don't even know about Sure Leverage Funding and what they're missing out, which is crazy to me.
Well, I mean, yeah, eventually, I think that because I know obviously there are companies out there that are stating that they are paying like hundreds of millions per year or so. So obviously when you are not that kind of big, but again, I would take all that information for granted. Like I wouldn't say it's 100% true what we see and what is advertised, because like I said, and even leaderboards these days and many stuff in the prop firms, like it's not like it is presenting. That's for sure. So I believe that even the way how the leverage funding is progressing, and the way the company is currently, that you're doing a good job. Like you are attracting enough people. I think that enough people knows. Eventually, more and more people will hear about Sure Leverage Funding, and they will know. And understand the rules. Like again. I personally didn't like consistency rules, but eventually, like I say, you get adjusted to that. Like obviously, some days I know I can make more than what is required. But then it will ruin my consistency rule. Then I will come tomorrow. Maybe I will have 2-3 losses in a row. It will gonna, get me 1, 2, 3 days back. It's always, going forward and going backwards. Like in trading, definitely, I wouldn't say consistency rule is very easy. It's not completely easy, but it's still better than making 10% in one phase, then 5% in another phase, and then who knows what kind of market conditions you will get and whether you will even reach a payout. That's why.
What's funny is that I ask every one of my traders that I interview this question, but do you think that our rules have made you a better trader?
That's actually true. Because like at the end of the day, I mean, I won't admit, even before, like I had 200K accounts with the top tier firms. I had, like I was even younger, I made 30,000 on the live accounts. I blow up, I didn't get the payout, because trading can also ruin your mindset, like if you just want more and more every single day, like even if there is some company with 400,000 capital, like that's a huge capital. Like like I wouldn't take anything less than 50,000, you know, like, so it will just keep me in trading and being active and so. And that's the reason why consistency brings you back one step back. But actually, like you said, it's a good thing, because I take one win, I'm leaving my PC, I'm leaving everything, I'm just waiting for another day, I enjoy my life. At the end of the day, if I'm doing everything right and properly, and of course I have a little bit of luck that every day I go with the right bias, with the right market direction and the things that I'm looking in my strategy, then in 5 days I will receive my payout that somebody is working 2 months to get, you know, like that's really, really crazy, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree. Well, I mean, is there anything else that you wanted to say, or anything else?
I would just say, yeah, I would highly recommend show leverage funding to everybody. That's you know, like what I can say at the end. And hopefully, you know, like we will just get better and better rules and stuff eventually through time. And I hope that many other traders can actually benefit out of that and change their lives. You know, like that's even the beginners and the pro traders. That's what I would say.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for your time, for showing up, for, you know, just being here with me, talking to me. I know we were talking before we started recording. It was fun. Yeah, thank you, man. I really appreciate it, and it was nice meeting you virtually. And, you know, hopefully we'll keep in touch, and let me know how things go with your trading journey.